Welcome back, guys. In this video I'm going to share with you how to pay your Chinese supplier on Alibaba. Now, Alibaba is the biggest B2B company in the world and it deals more with the large quantities. Unlike Amazon, you can find suppliers in Alibaba that you can order your private label products from. Now, Alibaba is a safe place to use, but you should follow some general rules. In the last few years of using Alibaba, I've ordered more than $205,000 from different suppliers. And to be honest, I never really had a bad experience because there are a few basic precautions to follow to never be scammed on Alibaba. So my first rule is to make sure that you buy from only verified suppliers. Make sure you order only from Chinese companies, and if you're paying with wire transfer, make sure that the beneficiary name matches the company name. If you order under $5,000, I highly recommend using Alibaba Straight Assurance because they guarantee that your items will be shipped. If you want more protection, you can add Alibaba's inspection services as well. If you want more info on that, check out my next video down in the description. And my last tip is to never pay 100% of your invoice upfront. The common rule is to pay 30% at the beginning and pay the remaining 70% after 2-3 weeks or whenever your goods are ready to ship. But now let's talk about the payment options. Alibaba gives you different options to pay your supplier. You can pay online, you can pay directly with your credit card, or you can pay with a wire transfer. If you are a US buyer, you can use Pay Later as well. And finally, there are some other options like PayPal, e-checking. Recently, they started accepting Google Pay and Apple Pay as well. But let's dive into each payment method and see the processing fees and transaction time of each one real quick. And by the way, if you're getting value, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the like button if you haven't already. Thank you very much. So the first payment option to pay your supplier is a credit/debit card. As you can see, they accept Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and the rest of these companies. They support more than 20 currencies like US dollars, Canadian dollars, and so on, which enables you to pay up to $12,000. The transaction fee is 3% and the processing time is 1 to 2 hours, which is amazing. The next payment method is PayPal, which, to be honest, most Chinese suppliers don't like a lot. They usually ask you to pay with a wire transfer, but guess what? You don't have to do whatever they ask. All options are available and Alibaba enables you to pay however you're comfortable with and however you prefer. But anyway, with PayPal, you have the same currency options, $12,000 limit and 3% transaction fee, and it's going to take 1 to 2 hours as well. Now, as I mentioned before, it's been a few months since Alibaba started accepting Apple Pay and Google Pay. They are both convenient methods to use, and same as the last methods, they accept different currencies. Here is the same 3% transaction fee, same 1 to 2 hours processing fees, but with Google Pay, as today that I'm recording this video, they have a limit of up to $500, which is almost nothing for an order from China. But if you're watching this video in a few months or in a few years, they might increase it as well. Finally, the last option for large payments of more than $5,000 is using wire transfer. With wire transfer, there is always a $40 transaction fee. Some banks have lower transaction fees. With RBC Bank in Canada, I paid $15 to $20 a few times. It's not always like that, but I paid less than $40 a few times. In some banks, it's a bit higher. They say on average it takes 2 to 7 business days, but I've used wire transfer before, and for me, most of the times it took less than 24 hours. As you can see, they accept multi-currency and there is no limit on that, which means if you want to pay $100,000 or millions of dollars to your supplier, this is the best option to transfer your money. Now, I just want to quickly share with you how I communicate with my suppliers on Alibaba. So to avoid Alibaba scams, do not transact outside Alibaba's platform. If you make any private conversation, Alibaba won't guarantee the mediation process or refund. I used to use a WeChat to communicate with my Chinese suppliers, but since 2019, I've started using Alibaba's chat platform. I have Alibaba's app on my phone, and I found chatting on Alibaba much easier and more secure compared to other platforms. But my today question from you is, what kind of payment methods have you used before, or how are you planning to pay your supplier in the future? Let me know in the comment section. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and make sure you watch one of these videos next because as I mentioned earlier, there are tons of valuable tips and tricks in these videos that you don't want to miss. If you have any questions, make sure you comment below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Cheers.